Welcome back. This is Morning News today on ENC. Now, the City Power of Johannesburg is currently experiencing capacity constraints. A cold front has resulted in a huge surge in demand, leaving some areas with unplanned outages. Well, to talk to us about that and other issues this morning from the Johannesburg City Power is Isaac Mangena. Isaac, good morning. Thank you very much for coming in. Before we talk about the impact of the cold weather on on the City Power's capacity to supply electricity, I understand this morning Joe Beggars woke up with some challenges in terms of accessing your websites, as examples, also buying electricity for the prepaid meters. You've got some IT issues. What's happening?
Yeah, indeed, we woke up this morning to an IT shutdown. We were attacked by a virus that our technicians managed to pick, and this is basically affecting most of our customers to do the vending, to buy electricity, and also to log on their invoices. But also, even just the simple thing like accessing the website, it's difficult because of that. So, but we have a team that has been working. It happened around 2 o'clock in the morning. So we've had a team working around that since 2 o'clock in the morning. They're currently still busy working on it. So we are looking at ensuring that it's restored, probably by around midday. But it will depend as to how much and the extent of that virus.
In the meantime, if somebody wants to buy prepaid electricity, what do you advise them to do, as an example?
It's difficult because of our system is basically linked even to the shops where people would normally walk in and just buy electricity. So when we've got this kind of problem, it's difficult for people to vend, and that's the inconvenience that this is having on our customers.
So this inconvenience is likely to last until about lunchtime. That's what you hope, because your IT team is currently has identified this virus that's attacked the IT systems and is trying to resolve it and clean up the system and then reboot it to make it operational by lunchtime.
Yes, indeed, and we really apologize to our customers for this inconvenience. It's not something that we had expected.
Okay, well, the unexpected does happen. I mean, these kind of virus attacks are all over the world. And good luck to your team.
Thank
you. But ENC will keep in touch, of course, with the City Power as the day goes on, and you'll advise us as soon as everything has been resolved. Let's come back now to the original issue that we asked you to come to talk about, capacity issues due to winter. Are there many unplanned outages at the moment in and around the city of Johannesburg, or where City Power is a supplier?
Look, we've seen temperatures dip recently. I mean, yesterday it was even worse. And so in this kind of conditions, our system is prone to unplanned outages due to overload. We've got many people obviously wanting to warm up and also to do other things, especially during rush hours of between 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock, where people want to cook and also warm their houses. So we are experiencing capacity constraints due to that, and this is actually taking a serious knock on the infrastructure, our infrastructure as it is.
So what are you asking us as consumers to do?
Look, we've got a plan as City Power, basically including to increase capacity in the areas that I can call hotspots. We've got areas like Ruteport, Lenasia, Alexandra, Boysen, and City Centre, where we call them hotspots because there are serious challenges even when it's not winter, due to sometimes illegal connections, vandalism, cable theft, and so forth. So when you've got that and also the cold season, it's a double-edged sword. It's very serious. So what we are doing as City Power is basically to pump resources to those areas to ensure that we are able to respond as soon as possible when there is any problem. But also, we can't do this alone, as you said. It's something that we want customers to also step in and ensure that they use electricity sparingly, to ensure that they warm the rooms that they are actually sitting in, not warming the rooms that that are empty, but also to ensure that they switch off things that are not non-essential appliances, like your geysers when you're not actually using them, or even some of the stoves that after cooking, ensure that you use the stove. Like I said, between 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock is the rush hour time, and so we also urge people that are can be able to cook earlier, to prepare their food earlier, to do so that at least they relieve the system when it comes to that time.
So basically the message from City Power this morning is that whatever you can do on your side as a consumer,
yes,
as a buyer of electricity, find ways of saving somehow,
yes,
switch off what you're not using,
yes,
and behave differently at times. Because for the rest of the week, from what we saw the forecast weather, while during the day it will warm up a little bit,
yeah,
our weather station in Cape Town telling us this morning that in the mornings it's still pretty nippy.
Yes, yes, indeed. And it doesn't help that our systems are also, some of our systems have taken a knock during the load shedding, you remember, because of when the power goes on and off, it's difficult for the system to cope, and some of it actually failed during that. So, but we have been working to basically face off some of the equipment. We are dealing with old equipment. Some of our substations are 50, 60, 70 years old. So we're trying to phase those off. And when we have this kind of capacity and demand, we are suffering because of it. It's easy for our system to basically trip. So that's why we are begging our customers to basically ensure that they do their part on their side and ensure that they use electricity sparingly.
Yeah, we're currently also facing the IT issue, had a government virus attack this morning. Many customers are not going to be happy with City Power today, but all the best in sorting out that problem, and hopefully the message for energy saving goes through as well.
Thank you so much.
Consumers.
Thank
you. That's Isaac Mangena speaking on behalf of the Joburg City Power. Just very briefly to recap, at about 2 o'clock this morning, they discovered that their IT systems had been hacked, a virus attack, and their IT teams are busy cleaning that up, because now you're not able to buy electricity if you have a prepaid meter or do any other thing that you'd normally do on their websites.